Now to the Beit Hillel organization, which has called for including lesbians and gays into the Orthodox community. We spoke to Rabbi Yitzhak Ajzner of Beit Hillel.
Beit Hillel is an organization of rabbis, we call them rabbis, and in Hebrew they're called rabbaniyot, which are female leaders of Torah. And the group was formed about 4 years ago. It was born in a frustration that the public discourse of religious issues in Israel is often dominated by extreme voices who, in our view, not only don't represent the majority of religious Jews in Israel or at all, but misrepresent the Torah itself. So through a desire to present a more tolerant and balanced view of Torah and to allow to be in touch with the actual reality of Jewish public life in Israel, the organization was formed, and from time to time, every few months, Beit Hillel comes out with rulings which attempt to steer the Jewish life in Israel in a much more balanced and sane manner.
You say that you're religious but also tolerant, not that one, of course, precludes the other, but you consider yourselves Orthodox, correct? Most
definitely Orthodox. All of the Beit Hillel rabbis are totally committed to orthodoxy, to Jewish tradition, to Jewish law, to halakha and the halachic methodology, and all the rulings are deeply steeped in Jewish tradition, and the rulings go into great detail as to show how they're a direct continuation of the halachic tradition.
And that, of course, you would say would include the latest ruling, of which you are one of the people who undersigned, one of the rabbis who undersigned this document about the LGBT community. Tell me what it says.
Well, first, let me mention that this document was the product of 8 months of research in which Beit Hillel itself has approximately 130 rabbis and rabbaniyot, and 20 of them have spent much time in the past 8 months researching the topic, meeting with experts on the topic, having an open discussion with many from the religious gay community. Many of them were invited to the internal conferences of Beit Hillel, and then at a meeting on last Sunday night, there was a conference where the document was revealed, in which again, a large representation of the religious gay community arrived, and were given a podium and were allowed to express their views, and there's an open dialogue going on.
So what does this ruling, this document say?
The main point of the document is a call to religious communities to begin to accept homosexuals and lesbians into their community. We've noticed that with great pain. To be honest with you, the immediate trigger to the document was the murder last summer of Shira Bunky in the context of a gay parade, and it is so painful to us that it was done through religious fanaticism, and as a result, we felt there was a dire need for a comment and a ruling a very clear ruling to come out to show that there's no room in Jewish tradition for that sort of attitude, and in fact, Jewish tradition demands that we are tolerant, that we recognise the dignity of all man. The document does not go as far, and it cannot go as far as to say the actual homosexual act is permitted. It's a verse in the Bible which prohibits that. So the document obviously can't go as far as being lenient on that topic, but that has to be balanced against the attitude that one must have towards the dignity of all men, love of fellow men, the prohibition to hate, the imperative to support the weaker and estranged sections of society. These are people who have so many troubles. It's so challenging to be a homosexual in any case. The suicide rate amongst youth, amongst homosexuals and lesbians, is so much higher than the rest of the community. And then religious homosexuals and lesbians, they are 3 times as many as the other one, as non-religious homosexuals and lesbians. And so a call to accept these people, to support these people, there was a great need for that, and we felt it our imperative to lend our hand to that.
From Beit Hillel, that was Rabbi Yitzhak Ajzner. In the ongoing case of Israeli